For more updates, click on subscribe and click on bell button for latest notifications.
Hi friends, welcome to Techarkit YouTube channel. My name is Ravi. In this video session, we are going to see that remote server OS installation. So how you can install the OS in remote server which is located in different country or maybe a different location. So physically the server is located in a different country, and how you can install the operating system in that server. So definitely we need some help from the help desk guys or help desk team. If you have any help desk team at the data center location, or anybody who can help for the racking of the hardware and connecting the power cables and network cables, then set up some few settings for the accessing the server. Okay, so this can be done by the either if you have any help desk team at the location of the data center, either you can opt for an vendor installation. Like if you are purchasing a server from the Dell, so you can opt for an installation. So they come and rack the server and install the server physically, and they just let us know the IP address and username and password. So that's it. Based on that, we can just install the operating system. Okay, so either you can also any brand that has this connection, like in Dell they say it has iTrack, in HP they call it as ILO, in IBM also they have the ILO. The similar way, so the remote connection, you can just use that technology to log into the remote server and install the OS. So let's see. What exactly it's do. So here I took two servers as an example. So you have a integrated NICs and you have a iTrack connection. So what exactly is the iTrack connection? So iTrack connection is in a mounted board. So in motherboard there is a separate controller which is mounted, so which is no need to power on separately. You just connect the power supply, that's it. So the iTrack will get the power supply, then it get all the control of the server. So from there you can control everything. So you can reboot the server remotely, you can do anything. So but before that we need this activities done by the site engineer, like rack the server. So you have to put the server into the rack, then connect the power cables, connect the network cables and iTrack connectivity, and we need to set up the iTrack static IP address. So you just go to the iTrack settings and set up the IP address, username, password, and you have to just provide the IP details, gateway, all of these details, then that's it. So our server will be ready for remote access. In similar way you can do it for an ILO as well. So you have to set up at the first time, then after that you can just access your system. So I just show you where exactly is the iTrack connectivity or the iTrack module will be inserted. So you can see over here as well, you can see this is the iTrack connectivity. So this is a separate network cable, you have to connect it and you can reach to that server. So whenever you type the browser the IP address which is newly installed server, then you can able to get this integrated. So this is the new version of it. So then you can just type the username and password here, credentials, so which is set up by your site engineer, or you can change that username password later point of time, or you can create a new credentials as well. For the first time you have to use the setup the credentials. So then you just type the username and credentials, you can just log into the server. So you just open the browser, but whatever you are doing, you should do it on the local server itself, which means that which is located in different country, right? So in the same country you just use a different server, maybe it's a Windows server with different Linux server. you just use the browser from there itself, because whenever you mount this ISO file to that server, if you are mounting from ISO file from the different country to different country, so the network latency will be there, so the server response or the installation will take longer time. So other than that, you can just use a local server. So you just RDP to the local server, and from there itself you just attach the virtual ISO. Then you can install the server. So first of all, you just need to open the browser and type the IP address of that iTrack console. Then you can just key in the credentials. Then you will get into the console. So in the console, you just go to the configuration management, and here you just click on the virtual console. So whenever you click on the virtual console, so it has the option to launch the virtual console, which means that exactly our monitor, whenever you connect your HDMI cable or the VGA cable, you see the monitor, right? So in the monitor, whatever it's going on the system, you can see that. In similar way, the virtual console is like a monitor. Whenever you launch this virtual console, you can see everything what's going on, how the server is booting up, what are the components is loading, everything you can do using this virtual console. So from here in the virtual console, there is a options called, you can power up, power on, power off, power on, boot, all these things you can do it. But here we don't need all of these options for now. You just need to mount the virtual media. So there is a called as virtual media. Then browse your image file, where exactly your image file is located. In this case, I am just going to show you CentOS 8 installation in this process. So you just go to virtual media and map that browse and ISO file. Then map the device. So after mapping, you can see that the virtual media is connected. So if there is a green dot, you can see that the virtual media is connected. So after that, what you can do, you just reboot your system and boot from the virtual media. So similar like booting from the DVD CD media, similar process. So let's do after same process, we have to follow it. So after rebooting and booting from the virtual media, how you will get it, you can see similar things. So whenever you boot from the virtual media, so I'm using CentOS 8 here, so that's why it loads on a installation of CentOS 8. Okay, then you just we have two options here again. So install, test and troubleshoot. So we don't need troubleshoot and test media for now. We are just going to install the CentOS 8. Select that install CentOS 8 and hit enter. So after booting with an ISO file, you can see the similar process. You need to select the keyboard language and your language of your system. Then you can just click on continue. So here you need to select your installation media, which is we already selected is in a virtual media here. Then you can set your language and set your package selection, and you can set your time and date. So for now I'm just going to do the custom partitioning here. Okay, so here I just say click automatically create. So it is already created, swap/boot, all of this. So you just click on done. So now the custom partition has been done. So now you can select the server packages which you would like to install over here. I just select the legacy Linux compatibility libraries. Now set your time. So anyway, which is located in a different country, so don't bother. So the same settings I would like to use it over here, and connect the network connectivity here. So if you already have the network connected and you have a similar IP address settings here, you just click on the configure and go to IPv4 settings and set it manually. So now I'm just going to set it up this 192.168.48.250 here. 255.255.255.0 and 192.168.48.2 and DNS server IP address 192.168.48.2 here, and I'm just going to say IPv6 is disabled. So for now I'm just going to ignore it. Okay, either you can disable it. So ignore in the sense it does not need to be set up any IP address. So here is the settings, that's what you need from here. Just click on save. Now your IPv6 IP settings has been done. Now here you just need to enter your server name if you already have some. CentOS for now, just for 8.2. so this is the CentOS 8.2 and just in local domain. So if you have a domain name, you can just type that domain name as well here and apply the settings. So now click on done. So now you set up the keyboard language and installation media and partitioning, language support and package required for your server to install, and KDump is enabled. If you would like to set up anything here, you can just set up that one, but I set it as automatic, and you can just select the security policy here. So the security policy, we do not have anything. So if you would like to fetch that by searching the security policy, you can do that. So we just do not have any policies found over here. Just begin the installation. So this is what you have to set it up, then begin the installation. Similar process, we need to set up the root password for later login and click done. Okay, and I'm just going to set up the new account here. I would like to use this username, and here you can just set up that's it. So the installation process will take little time to complete the installation packages. Then after that, again it will ask you for the reboot, similar process. So let's wait for the completion of the packages. So currently the packages is 1332 packages which is going to install it. So now it's configuring. It's in a final stage of installation, so it will complete in few minutes. So here we comes with the setup which required for license information to be agreed. So now click on the accept the license agreement and click on done. So here you do not have any subscription management because this is CentOS, so this does not have any subscription model. So CentOS is free to use. So that's why you just click on finish configuration. Now you can see that which is going to load your screen. So now your screen has been loaded. You can just use your credentials to log into your machine. So now you can see your similar setup. You just need to switch on your all of the settings, start using CentOS. So in similar way, the same process, you have all of your applications over here, frequently used applications and all of your applications. So currently I do not have any applications which is frequently used. So now you can just click on here, and if you want to reboot or turn off, you can just click on the power button. You can just restart at power button. So now if you want to verify your version, you can just use /etc red.-release, so which is the CentOS Linux release 8.2.2004 core version. So that's it. So I'm just going to power off my server. You just click on here and power off your machine.